Hi guys, Spink here. This is episode 23 of Let's Learn Ageod Civil War II. Last episode we had just processed the turn and got us into early January 1862, so the turn of the year here. I believe we've looked at all of these. Yes, okay. The big news really for this turn is we got just a bunch of generals here. We have what's called the 62 Generals Pool and the 62 Division Generals. But this also includes some two-star generals that we can use for corps when we're allowed to do that here in another couple months. Quite a few of these guys. So we need to figure out what to do with all of these generals. What might be the easiest thing to do is just grab this stack, leave them here, grab this stack and send them west. In fact, we can probably even do one of those redeploys on them here. Bang. So we'll just send that whole force out west so that we'll have plenty of generals out here to do with whatever we need to do with. Okay, down here we have our force that's going to invade Beaufort here, and we did drive them past through this sea zone here, this coastal zone, and they got hammered pretty good by those forts. It's probably not the most opportune time to experiment with what happens when you move past a fort. I did notice while watching while watching the replay, or my video on a replay of that we also had a ship sunk through this, the USS Crusader, whatever, however big a ship that was, but we actually lost a ship sunk. So that was some pretty expensive information that we learned there. The Seminole is our reconnaissance force we had there. I'm just going to go ahead and combine them here, might as well. Now, these guys are set up for, well, they were set up for a distant unload, and I don't know that is still happening. They are here, but I don't really see any indication that's going to happen. So I'm gonna set that again, just to make sure our forces will disembark here. Okay. Oh, and they're already doing it right there. That's just what we wanted to see. Great. Okay, next. In fact, I think we didn't even have to do that. I think we could have just grabbed these units and pulled they're right here. Now we could have just pulled them from the stack to put them there. Again, 5 days that they'll arrive there. Pretty decent sized force. Driving past this fort like that probably gave the Confederacy plenty of warning that we're on our way, and possibly will allow them to railroad some troops into the air. But I think we're doing okay here. I'd originally thought that maybe we would do a kind of an overview of maybe what we want to do for strategy and whatnot, but I'm not really in the mood for that. So I did notice our blockade was at 30, and now it's down to 25 again. Okay. Ben Butler's force got wiped out here, so we do need to get sufficient force down to Fort Monroe to ensure it doesn't fall. It does have a garrison, but there's enough force in this region here that they could probably come take that out if they so desired. So what do we got? We brought some units into, basically driving everybody into Washington for McDowell's command. So now we got some artillery. That's what we've been waiting to see. Okay, we did get this one unit of Gatling guns through that event, and they are permanently fixed, so there's not a whole lot they can do for us. I'm just going to stick them in that Washington Defense Force. Might as well. They're all basically stuck there too. What do we got up here? Banks's army came into Winchester, and we're besieging it. This force here, we still don't have a real good handle on them. They have the 8th Division here, and down at the bottom it says also here the 6th Division, and also B. Johnson's force, Bushrod Johnson. That's still a fairly powerful unit. So we got to think that we have at least 2 divisions of force here, and we have 3 divisions ourselves, so I would suspect that the strength of this unit is not inconsequential. Which brings us to, what are we going to do about Winchester here? Winchester has just a tiny garrison. We can we could just besiege them out. We can try for the assault. I think I am going to try for the assault and take this out before they get too much force up here to do anything about it. Our main army here, McClellan, did take Culpeper here. So now our front line is essentially the Rappahannock up to here, and then the Rapidan. They're moving forces into Charlottesville. This is a strategic city, strategic town, so they'll be sure to defend it. Looks like they have 2 brigades of infantry, Wise and Armistead's, and then looks like two regiments of perhaps militia. And then it says at the bottom, though, also here, T. Jackson's detachment, 3 units. So we do have Stonewall Jackson here with another 119 power. So they're definitely building something up in this region. It's still winter time, but the weather down here is not bad. Not bad. I don't know if I necessarily want to continue advancing here, because if we move McClellan into this region and he fails to activate, then he'll be at a 35% combat penalty. So I'm somewhat hesitant to bring him down through there. I think one of the things we can look at doing is bringing some force down here through down this little peninsula here to clear this area, and that will allow us make sure that we don't have any interdiction going on along the Potomac here. So we would maybe need a force to do that. I don't really want to, say, pull a division out of here. I don't know that these 2 cavalry units are sufficient to do it. Maybe something we pull something out of here that will potentially be a... Let's take a look at this. Let's grab these other generals. Let's just grab, say, this guy kind of looks goofy, so I don't really want to take him. Let's just grab a few of these and stick them into McDowell's command here. Geary. We'll grab Geary, just because. And let's make him a divisional commander. Add the Philadelphia Brigade. And let's say French's Brigade. Maybe this volunteer unit. Let's just add those and see what we're looking at. 10 elements. Let's give him 2 cavalry, or excuse me, 2 artillery. And maybe this Caruth's Brigade. How about that? So he's a decent force now. He has a very substantial force. I think what we'll do with this guy, we'll take him down. He'll be the force that will occupy this area here. He'll have enough force to certainly switch this military command over to 100%, and he's also strong enough that he'll be able to defend himself should he get attacked. Maybe we'll send Barry as the force commander. Bring them down to there. we have no penalty from doing so. Put him at the highest level, or put him out on attack formation. Let's see if we can move him by river movement. Yeah, that speeds him up a bit. We'll take him down the Potomac, and then we'll put him here into Warsaw, and we'll clear this out so we won't have to worry about that. Okay, what else do we have in McDowell's command? Quite a bit of artillery. How shy of artillery are we here? This guy has 2. He's got 3. He's got 2. He's got 1. Why don't we take this unit, divide him up, and then just grab 1 of those artillery units. Combine him again. And then we'll grab 1 additional for the 4th Division here. So he should have 2. This guy currently has none, so I apparently did it wrong. There he goes. So he is set. He could use some more infantry. He's only got 9 total units here. So let's bring, about another 6 infantry down here at least for him. Go back to McDowell. Oh, we don't have any more infantry here. Okay. So now it seems we've got a wealth of artillery, and we might be a little shy on infantry. Let's bring 1 more artillery unit over to this guy. That's McDowell. We'll take him to Stone. We'll run him by rail. Let's take a look up here, our divisions. We've got 1, none, and none. So 2, 4, 5. Let's send 5 of our artillery up there. That might be just about all of it. Yeah. So much for being artillery. Well, our wealth of artillery. We'll move these here by rail. And I think when we're recruiting from now on, rather than thinking about let's get a load of infantry and let's get a load of artillery, for instance, let's maybe look at trying to recruit by division. So we'll recruit at the same time. We'll try to grab like a couple. Oh, brought McDowell with us. Didn't mean to do that. Where do you go? MacArthur's force. So think about that. You know, we'll recruit a certain amount of infantry and a certain amount of artillery that looks like it will make about a division's worth of troops. Perhaps that might be a thing to do. That looks pretty good for here. We'll just leave Stone here. We're building up our military control there. We're at 100% pretty much everywhere here. So that's good. Okay, out in Kentucky, did we bring anybody else in here? We brought that cavalry back. Since we're already above our limit here, which we're suffering a penalty, I don't think I'm going to bring that cavalry into this force. Maybe we'll move him down into this area and kind of take a look, see at what's here. Maybe not though, because I don't want to move them out here in the harsh weather. They're not going anywhere in this kind of weather here. We did get our depot built here, so that's nice. What kind of? Oh, we've got lots of supply here now. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, 609 supply in here, and that has sent a bunch forward to here. So in Munfordville here, Munfordville, where's he actually at? Over here. Here he is. We received 34, so we're starting to get some supply coming in here. Not bad for this guy. He'll start building stuff up as that starts trickling through. Thomas is up here. Let's bring him down into this force as well. Let's just go through. Well, let's look over here. We are still let's see, this guy should be in Paducah, and this guy should be in Metropolis. There we go. I'm still going to wait for the weather to clear before I do much with this force. Back here we have the Western Brigade, we have this horse artillery. I'm going to stick those in Halleck's command. So that's probably enough to make, what do we got in his division? We've only got 15 elements. Let's give him one more artillery. They're not done yet. Well, here's something we can kind of think about. What if we took these two cavalry units and this artillery unit and gave them to Morrell? What does that look like? And we have kind of a little semi-brigade here that we can use as a cavalry force for scouting and for doing any number of things that are required. Chester, get in there. St. Louis, what have we got here? Not much. We must have moved everything forward already. Not much going on here. Again, just waiting for the weather to clear. What have we got in Mound City? We do have the 10th Kansas is here, and this unit is that's the garrison. So, oh, we took this guy out for a particular reason. Don't remember what for. Guess we'll just leave him there. This brigade it'd have cohesion because he's the one that got hit by that epidemic. So we'll just leave them there. Not that we were going to do anything with them anywhere. 2nd Kansas, that is, there we go. There we go. This is the force we were after. There we go. So this force here, is coming up through. This guy potentially could get up and do we have any important cities up here? Council Bluffs is. So, but I think we do have a garrison up there. Maybe we might during the production phase stick a militia unit up here just to keep this from going so crazy like it is. I think is there a I don't know if there's a stockade under there or not. And that's still going to be a big long trudge to get here, and there is no supply here. We do want to bring a supply unit with this guy, so that's something else to think about. In fact, let's do that right now rather than trying to remember when we get to when we're doing our builds. You know, out here, they both take 15 days, but this one is about half the cost. Why don't we, well, he would bring 40 supply with him, and this unit uses, so that would give him 4 turns worth of supply, whereas if we brought the full one, well, we're not poor. Let's give him the full supply unit here. We'll build that there. And let's go back to infantry in the northwest, I believe. Not northwest, the west. Oh, we can't put anything up here. Kansas, why can't we build this here? Oh, apparently it has to be built in a city. Oh, it has to be built in one of these places that have a land construction capacity. So we're not able to actually get build a unit into Fort Riley. We should have built these during the clear weather and kind of garrison some of those forts. Oh well. Let's see, what else can we... Oh, here's something I thought of while looking through the... we got some... I don't know if we had this before. Build a depot in an undeveloped region. This allows us to build a depot without using the supply wagons. It costs $35,000 and 5 conscript companies. But I think if we look at these wagons, they're quite a bit more expensive. So we can't use them to build a depot just anywhere. But I think this might be something that can help us here. If we build the depot in Leavenworth, we're on the Missouri River here. We have a harbor. There's a St. Joe here with a rail line right nearby. So I think I'm going to give that a shot and build a depot here. And what that's also going to do, I wonder how long it takes, 3 turns. It's a little farther back. It's a little more protected than say Lawrence would be or Mound City, but I think that might be a good spot for it. And on the same notion, just kind of as an experiment, let's put one up here in Santa Fe and see if we can get what supply we do have here to get concentrated there. I think this clearing I was supposed to put here and I missed. Okay. So anyway, let's get back to going through our units and seeing what's going on. These guys are just going to stay there again. We have a artillery battery. What is this? He is going to... Let's add him. Let's add this battery to this detachment. It's already on their way to Maryland. And let them just go. Oh, they have no cohesion. Oh well, they'll build that up when they get there. Just skip him, I guess. We have 2 brigades here. This is our Harper's Ferry garrison. So they're going to be actually inside Harper's Ferry. So we'll put these on a sentry status. And so when the Confederacy comes to take this again, they're gonna have to take a while to knock this guy out, should they get a chance at it again. Milroy again, we're just gonna sit here. Let's back up and keep using my space bar like I'm supposed to. Banks is going to assault Winchester. That is his purpose. I wonder if we should send Shirts back to this garrison or just leave him here. Let's just leave him here for now. Griffin, we've built him up. We're gonna wait for this pack train to get created, wait for the weather to turn, and then we're gonna head out. We have these 2 cavalry units sitting here. Again, I'm just going to leave them here until the weather improves. Here is our leaders for the 1862 Generals Pool. We'll just leave this as basically our Generals Pool. Whenever we need a general, we'll pull them out of here. This one is heading out west, so we'll use those. Wonder if we should bring one of these, any of these 2 stars with us. I don't think we will. We'll just leave them at that. Stone's unit here he's got good supply, so we'll just sit tight here and entrench. These 2 brigades here are going to be the Manassas garrison, so we'll put those in the structure itself and put those on a sentry status. Stone, Fremont, what are we doing with Fremont now? I guess he's just sitting here. We should probably get some more force out to Fremont here, I think, because what we have is probably sufficient here to maybe take Springfield, but if we're going to move past Springfield down to Fayetteville and whatnot, I think we're going to want a little more force than we have here. So we're going to start thinking about getting some more force here. The Army of the Potomac, I think they'll just sit tight here. I don't really want to get too far forward here. Actually, let's back up. Whoops. Let's put him on defensive. I think we can kind of squeeze these guys out of the Shenandoah Valley here by threatening their supply line from down this way as well as this way. And this is a pretty serious chunk of real estate for the Confederacy. The Shenandoah farmlands, that makes 94 supply. So that's a big chunk of supply for them there. All right, Lyon, again, we're just going to wait out the weather. Hooker doesn't really have anywhere to go. He'll just sit here. He's digging in. Shields, he was a guy that he's apparently unwounded now. Since he's sitting right here, we'll just stick him in that stack for now. Asputh is just going to sit there. Cavalry unit there, we'll just sit there waiting out the weather again with this one. This is our cavalry force that we're putting together here. We'll just sit tight with those as well. Back up, space bar. Grant is also just going to sit tight here. Looks like Fort Henry might be ungarrisoned. Into a swamp during harsh weather. No, forest during harsh weather. We don't really have our rear areas, our supply situation in hand just yet. We have very little supply on this side of the river, so I don't think I'm going to go jumping for that just yet. Carson's brigade. Our pack train sitting down here in southeastern California. We've got the other units coming down. Carson sitting here. We are using 12 a turn. I think this is going down by 4 a turn, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll wait a while, and then I think these guys are just going to fall back to Santa Fe to where they can have some supply. Probably. Back to Stone. Kentucky Cavalry. Okay. So that's that. Let's go to our naval units, transports. Here's our. This is actually in Hampton Roads. And this unit here is in Fort Monroe. Let's take this second fleet out and join it with this other fleet, I think. See what that does. Foot. I think we'll stay there for another turn and then bring them back to recover their cohesion. The Atlantic Squadron, and we've got some transports there with a good chunk of supply now. So we see we have 350 supply points and we use 6 per turn, so that should ensure they've got good supply. This is the unit that is unloading here at Beaufort. He also has a fleet bombardment order, so hopefully he'll add some bombardment to that. This unit's just handing out there. I wonder if there's some value to adding more force, more of our units to this shipping lane. More escorts essentially. The Brooklyn and the St. Louis are just going to sit right here for a little while. Our other blockade squadron, we've got the transports with them now. The Hartford is now open. Let's bring him down to Fortress Monroe. And then there's Porter, David Porter with the Caro. Well, let's just initially combine those, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the transports. Okay, so that is that. Let's go up here. Look at our war production. What are we looking at here? We are getting quite a bit of artillery still. I think we need to start looking at building up some, what is these? Oh, we just suffered a huge hit on our heavy warships, so yes, when this runs down, we're going to maybe need to buy some more of those because we send our fleet through the bad place. Issue war bonds. It costs us 25 victory points. I think we're just going to go ahead and do that. The interior. Now these powder mills, I really think what these are building is ammo, and that's not something that I think we have a big problem with. Once we get that that big chunk of money in next turn, we'll build more of these ironworks. Okay, I wanted to build some infantry. Oh wait, we've got another one of these HQ units. We definitely want to build those. That's going to be for banks. We could actually build that in Harper's Ferry. But on the off chance that we don't get to keep Harper's Ferry, I think we'll stick that over here. And we want some infantry. We want to build, what do we got here? Let's build enough force in this region to bring that up to about a full strength division. How about? So we'll go to the northwest. Iowa, let's make sure we put them on a railroad this time. What do we got here? We got this one. It's got a little bit of cavalry. Let's do one of those, and one of those, and one unit of artillery, Iowa artillery, right here. And so that's going to be some force to come down to St. Louis with. I still think we want to increase our force in this region. Are we short artillery here? I don't remember. He's good. Halleck. Oh yeah, we've got some that we've built here. We've actually got a little bit of extra troops here, so we need to get more of our. No, we're bringing a lot more generals over here, so let's build some troops to use them. I think. Infantry, right? Infantry in the northwest, Illinois, right here. What are these? Two. Let's build one of those, and then start filling that up with some infantry. That's enough. Can we build any artillery here? We cannot. We're down to $28. $28,000 rather. Okay, subvert Indians costs $45,000. A neutral or enemy Indian unit already on the map joins our ranks. A friendly combat unit must be adjacent. That doesn't sound terribly appealing at the moment. Let's see if we can habeas anything over here. San Francisco. San Francisco's probably got a lot of production, so let's do that there just to help out our production in that region by having a higher loyalty. Let's do that in Harper's Ferry as well, so we can get some. New York is also kind of iffy, isn't it? Oh, I guess they're alright. That seems alright. Open trail. Track built 1 victory point. Is that anywhere we can use that? Doesn't really appear to be. Well, because we don't have $75,000. Might have something to do with it. Oh, wait, over here. $35,000. We don't have that, so. This build defensive work, we've got that again. We put it in here. I wonder if that's gave him a an advantage to his, or an addition to his to what he had there. We've got one starting up here. I think we'll call it good here. Oh, we're well past 30 minutes. I don't know how far past 30 minutes. I was hoping to see this this unit do its thing this turn, or this episode. I guess we'll wait till next episode. So I will see you next time.